Hey folks, welcome again to one of the most enthralling, enlightening, entertaining session of Science Scamper for classes 6 to 8 by EduCatUp. And I am your super science teacher Ambika. At EduCatUp, we always empower all our students as how to think and not what to think. So if you want to experience the same, it's the right time to subscribe to the EduCatUp's YouTube channel. The subscription button is just given below, guys. If you like our video, don't forget to press the like button and ensure to hit the bell icon to get all the latest updates from EduCatUp. Now let's start today's session, and the topic for the day is cell structure and function. So we are going to discuss about, what is the structure of a cell, what are its functions, everything in detail. Now let's move ahead. The topics which we are going to cover under this module are discovery of the cell, how cell was discovered, the cell, organisms show variety in cell number, shape and size, cell structure, parts of the cell, under which we are going to discuss about cell membrane, cytoplasm, nucleus, and last but not the least, we are going to discuss about comparison of plant and animal cells. So now the discovery of the cell. Robert Hooke was a scientist. In 1665, he used a microscope to examine thin slices of cork, and he observed that cork is made up of tiny hollow compartments. He named these compartments as rooms and later as cells. The plants Hooke observed were actually dead. He was actually observing cell walls and empty spaces, but he realized that these are actually cells. Now, what is the cell? Cell is the basic structural and functional unit of life. Cell is the basic structural unit of all the living organism. Any living organism of any size, plants, animals, birds, insects, human beings, aquatic plants, aquatic animals, every living organism is made up of cell. The basic unit of every living organism is cell. The egg of a hen represents a single cell and is big enough to be seen. What is the egg you all have seen? That is also a cell. Organisms show variety in cell number, shape and size. Now, number of cells. According to the number of cells, there are two types of organisms, multicellular organisms and unicellular organisms. Multicellular organisms are made up of many cells, more than one cell, and unicellular organisms are made up of one single cell. But it does not make any difference whether your body is made up of many cells or just one cell. The functioning is done perfectly. Even a single cell performs all the functions, and even a multicellular organisms with multiple cells performs all the functions. And even a multicellular organism actually starts the life from a single cell, that is a zygote, and then it divides and becomes a whole body. Shapes of cells. So there are basically three different shapes of cells, like spherical, which is like red blood cells, then spindle shaped like muscle cells, and elongated, which is like a nerve cell. Now, size of cells. The size of cells in living organisms may be as small as millionth of a meter, micrometer or micron, or maybe as large as few centimeters. So, sizes of the cells varies. The smallest cell is 0.1 to 0.5 micrometer, and the largest is 170 millimeter to 130 millimeter, which is the egg of an ostrich. The size has no relation with the functioning. Even a nerve cell in a rat and even the nerve cell in an elephant perform the same function. Now you can imagine the difference between the size of a rat and an elephant. So the cell size must also be different, but still both are performing the same function of transferring the messages. The size of the cell does not make any difference in the functioning. Now this is a cell structure. You have a vacuole, the nuclear membrane surrounding the nucleus, then you have mitochondria. Then you have mitochondria, you have cytoplasm, and you have cell membrane, the boundary of the cell. Let's move ahead. Now, parts of the cell, and the first we are going to discuss is cell membrane, which is actually the boundary or the border of the cell. Alright, it is also known as plasma membrane because it is surrounding the plasma. It separates the cell from, another cell, and the plasma membrane is porous and allows the movement of substances or materials both inward and outward. It is covered by another thick covering called the cell wall. Now, cytoplasm is the jelly-like substance which is present inside the cell membrane. It is actually present between the cell membrane and the nucleus. Various other components are present in the cytoplasm, like mitochondria, Golgi bodies, the ribosomes, all are present in cytoplasm. Then you have nucleus. Nucleus acts as the control center or the powerhouse of the cell. All the activities are controlled by the nucleus. Alright. Now, protoplasm includes the cytoplasm and the nucleus and called the living substance of the cell. Protoplasm means cytoplasm and the nucleus together is known as protoplasm. Nuclear membrane is the membrane or the boundary surrounding the nucleus. Nucleolus is another small spherical body inside the nucleus. Chromosomes are thread-like structures, बहुत पतले धागे-नुमा structures होते हैं which carry genes and help in inheritance or transfer of characters from parents to offsprings which are present inside the nucleus. Like हमारे आँखें हमारी दादी जैसी होती हैं, हमारे बाल हमारे dad जैसे होते हैं, वो कैसे? Because of the transfer of chromosomes and the genes present on it. Action-packed info, guys. There are two types of organisms, prokaryotes and eukaryotes. Prokaryotes are those organisms which are having nuclear material without nuclear membrane. यानी कोई nuclear membrane नहीं है. Eukaryotes are the organisms which are having cells with predefined nucleus and nuclear membrane. Nucleus अलग है, nuclear membrane है properly. So predefined nucleus, predefined cells are present in eukaryotes. Now, comparison of plant and animal cell. Like if we see now comparison of plant and animal cell. So if we compare and contrast both plant and animal cell, both in plants you have cell wall, but in animal cell you do not have a cell wall. Then in plants you have large vacuole, in animals you have small or basically no vacuole. Then in plants you have chloroplasts, in animal cell you do not have a chloroplast. In plant cell flagella are present only in gametes, but in animal cell flagella are present. Commons are mitochondria, Golgi apparatus, then rough and smooth endoplasmic reticulum, nucleus, cytoplasm and ribosomes. These are the common in both. So with this, we have come to the end of this super enlightening session, and I hope that you all have subscribed to the Educatubs YouTube channel. If you haven't done so, guys, do it right now. And I hope you all have loved our video, so time to press the like button. And if you have any doubts, questions, queries and your valuable feedback, please put them in the comment box below and your super science teacher Ambika will definitely get back to you. So till the time we meet again, be happy, be safe and keep enriching yourself with Educatub. Bye-bye children.